Man, it's been a while. But I'm back and I am just rearing to go, you know, like I'll get into it in this video, where I've been, why I haven't been making videos like I said I would. But it's a really long story and that's why I just felt I wanted to sit down. I have been just waiting to be able to film for lots of reasons, which I'll get into. Today I'm going to be doing a makeup look that I saw on Instagram. I'm gonna put it up here. My feed is nothing but makeup, nothing but looks, nothing but, you know, beauty, skincare, hair, like everything. So while I haven't been able to film or do like any of that, I've just been like collecting like so much content, like ideas. I've been kind of cultivating looks that I want to recreate, a ton of makeup. Let me literally grab all the makeup that I have. So this bag, isn't this bag cute? My mom gave it to me for, actually I think I took it from her closet, but it was my mom's and I used it as like makeup and it's like super cute. Look at that print. Anyway, you can't see very well, but like all of this, it's stuffed with like makeup that I've just been hoarding, waiting to be able to film. Before I get into the story, this is literally the first time in 2 months that I am able to put any makeup on. Okay? Think about that. I can't even tell you how difficult it's actually been without being a total bummer. It's been really, really hard not being able to do makeup or feel pretty, like, you know what I mean? So I can't even believe that I'm able to do this right now. I just have been fantasizing about being able to do my makeup and film again since all of this happened. So I'm just going to jump into it because I'm so excited. I'm like, I don't even know where to start. I literally can't even remember how to do this. I mean, I do, but anyway. I'm just going to dive in because this story time is long, okay? It's been 2 months worth of, I got a 2-month long story almost at this point. So we're just gonna get started. I'm gonna gather up all my makeup. Okay, so I've gathered all of my makeup products on my desk here and I'm looking at this look and I have not done a look like this before, but I also believe that I can do anything I put my mind to, so I think that this is gonna look really great. Oh my god, what do I do first? Like, actually. Oh, Yensa, my Yensa primer. I've talked about this in a bunch of different videos. I love this primer. Oh, I like just even, oh my god, like I can't tell you how good this feels just to like be doing my makeup right now. Like I'm only on primer and I'm already getting like so excited. I can't even explain it. Oh, this feels so good, bro. I can't. This is like my life. Like doing makeup, it's like all that I do. So, oh my god, it's been so long since I filmed too. I like don't know how to do it anymore, even though I like didn't know how to before either because I just started. I just need to like take a moment actually because like, you know, I had a really low point while not being able to do my makeup or film because, like, you know, I was really getting into, you know, I was in the mode of like, I'm, you know, this is what I want to do. I'm gonna like, I have all these video ideas. I filled out my calendar. I have like a literal book calendar and I like put like, I'm gonna film this day and post this day and then film this day and post this day, and like I have like probably a good 10 videos that I like am able to film right now with all the products that I have and everything, no planning involved. Like I could do it at any moment. You know, what happened to me was it just derailed all of that and I'm just like now really getting started again. And like I think I really just need to take a moment because like I get to start now again, but like shaking that feeling of just like being depressed as fuck and like not being able to do what I love and what I, you know, like I was so motivated and then it just like got blown up in my face and I couldn't do it anymore. So I just needed to take a moment and yeah, talk about it I guess a little more before I get into the story because like being like, it's just a lot for me right now I guess because I'm able to like do my makeup and I haven't been for so long Anyway, it's like, yeah, okay. Anyway, so let's just start with a story time, okay? I'm gonna grab my Hollywood Flawless Charlotte Tilbury foundation. Hopefully this is the right color. I haven't tanned in a while. I was going to last night, but then I realized I didn't want to. And I thought I had a kind of tan going, but I don't, like on my chest, like on my hands I do. So we're just gonna bronze it up anyway. I'm gonna get into the story now. And I'm not gonna go into like any like serious major detail just because like that, it's like such a bummer. Like I don't even wanna like make it like that. So I just wanna explain like where I've been, what I've been dealing with. Just kind of talk about it because I've been gone for 2 months and I just feel like it's lethargic for me to do that right now. So that's what we're gonna do. First things first, this all started 2 months ago. This long tail, I just don't know how to explain it because you don't understand. Like I've been through 10 doctor visits, maybe more. I haven't counted. I stopped counting after 8. And I've explained, so like, you know how the doctor, like the nurse comes in and like checks your vitals and then like says like, hey, the doctor's gonna be in with you like soon. And then the doctor comes in. So like I would every appointment I would like explain to the nurse what's going on this time, and then the doctor would come in and I would re-explain it. So, and every time I was just kind of really like I tried my best to explain it chronologically, and I'm gonna try my best right now to do that, but it is very difficult. It's like a lot of doctor visits and like daily like things going on, and like, so I'm not gonna get into all the details obviously because it's like a super long story. But anyway, if I'm jumping all over the place, please forgive me. So I went to Florida. If you remember, I believe I was talking about it in my last videos, how I was getting ready to go to Florida with my friend and I was super excited. And so I go to Florida, have a great time. I come back ready to film all this stuff, did my whole planner full of like ideas of like filming and a schedule and like all this stuff that I told myself I was gonna do, and I was, you know, doing it. So, you know, I was feeling great. And then all of a sudden I get so sick, okay? Like I got the flu, pretty sure. It wasn't COVID. I took a COVID test, like 2 COVID tests. It wasn't COVID. So I get crazy sick with the flu. And I'm sick for like a week and a half until I'm like okay again, because like it was crazy sick, like a fever of 102, I think, or 101. When you're sick like that, it takes a little bit. Like I was like feeling lethargic after, just like very like fatigued for a while after too. So whatever, I get sick. That's not even the main thing, okay? So I was sick for that long and it was awful and it was crazy and I hated it. This is when it begins. So then I notice I have these like blisters forming on my mouth and I'm like, oh my god, like I look it all up, you know, because I'm like, you know, everyone's a doctor when they're sick online. Like we go online and we look shit up. And so I'm looking up what this could be. And I'm just like, okay, it's probably cold sores. And I look it all up and I'm just like, yeah, probably cold sores. So then it starts to get really crazy because, you know, I'm getting a couple, I'm like, oh man, cold sores. Like after being sick like that, I guess, you know, that makes sense. Like that's usually when they come about. But then it's like this, I'm like actually, you know, I don't know. I'm gonna talk about it and be fine and all that. And it's all over, I'm pretty sure now. Like I'm sure I'm in the clear. But like talking about it, it's like so traumatic. Like it's seriously really traumatic because it was just really difficult. And okay, anyway, I'm just like, you know, getting a little because I just don't, you know, want to talk about it and be like, oh, I'm in the clear, because it's been so many times I've been like, oh, I'm better, and then like I'm not, but like I really do think I am this time. So but I just have the trauma of like thinking I'm better, and like here I am talking about it. I'm just like, is it gonna sneak up back on me? Ugh. But anyway, it's not, and I'm better, so it's okay. But then it really starts to get crazy because I start getting blisters all over my mouth, and they're like pussing and leaking and stuff, and I'm like, what is this? So I make a dermatology appointment that day. I like call, and I go to this dermatologist in the town near me, and you know, I go and I have these blisters and these like crusty shits like all over my mouth, like all over, okay? And I go to them and they are like, yeah, like it's probably, I'm like, oh my God, like I have eczema on my hands, right? So I'm just thinking, okay, is it eczema? Like on my mouth? And I'm like, fuck this, like, fuck. Cause it was really bad. Like it was like fucking not just cold sores looking, like almost. I was like, what is going on? It like could be eczema. And so I go there and they tell me that it's cold sores. So they give me some antiviral like pills to take. And, you know, it takes like about from when it first came up, about a week and a half to go away. And mind you, my boyfriend's parents came to visit that weekend. And I had literally blisters and crusty pus all over my mouth, okay? And I'm just like really trying my best to like not let it get to me and like just have fun, and like we had all these plans. So we do all that. I was wearing a mask most of the time, but I like didn't when they were here because I was just so over it. It had been like a week at that point. And it was just, yeah. So I'm not gonna show any pictures just because I don't want y'all to lose your appetite. I mean, it's just really fucking foul, to be honest. And I'll explain what it actually ended up being, and then you can Google pictures on your own, but I'm not gonna put my misery on display like that, and also because it's just really gross. I'm using this OPV Beauty London powder. His parents come and they go. It's like fine, but then it starts to come back again. Like I get like one day of like not having active pussing blisters. And my skin is like completely red on my mouth and like sort of on my chin here. And I'm using like tons of Abreva, right? Like constant Abreva just on my lips. Long story short, they misdiagnosed me, okay? And I'm putting Abreva on this shit and it's just basically healing on its own. It's like running its cycle. And so I had like another appointment at the dermatologist for like a patch test, like allergy thing. Like they put patches on me on another separate occasion for like allergies, just to like see what it would be like, you know, if I had any crazy allergies, because I talked about how like, oh yeah, my skin is like sensitive and shit. And they talked me into doing a allergy test, so I did that. And when I went for the results, the blisters were even worse, actually. They came back, fully covered my entire lips, my upper lip area, like above my actual lip, but like my upper lip area, and then completely on my chin. So like I have a just giant oozing blister on my chin. Just think about that for a second. Like think about like cold sores. Like I'm out here Googling cold sores and like not seeing anything like what I have. And I'm just like, what is, I'm like miserable, okay? I'm like, why are my cold sores that the doctor told me are cold sores, like I can't find any pictures like what I have. Like why do I have the worst case of cold sores in the history of cold sores? I'm just like miserable because I'm like, why is this like so bad? Like why do I have it so bad? I go back for the allergy patch test results and I tell them, I'm like, hey, like the antiviral, like I took, like when this second round came up, like I took the antiviral medication you gave me and it still got this bad, like it's not working, like, and they just totally dismissed what I had to say and like basically they told me to keep using, they were like, that's why we gave you the antiviral so you would take it. And I was like, but I did take it, I took it right away and it's like still this bad. And they just basically did not acknowledge my concerns and, you know, told me to keep taking the medication they told me to take. And that was that. And I left. Like it was just spreading and like crusting and like awful. And so, dude, this is like real life. This is real trauma. And I'm not even like, this experience has ruined doctors for me. Like I'm not even kidding. Like at this point, it's just been, yeah. I'll get to my final thoughts at the end, but it's just a lot. I never went back to that doctor again. I just couldn't believe how they treated me when I went and I had concerns about it and they just didn't do anything about it. Fast forward like a couple days, I am freaking out, right? So it's like oozing, pussing, crusting, nasty, cold sores is what I think, right? at the time. Still, I'm thinking, God, like I have the worst cold sores in the world. And I'm freaking out. And you know, cold sores are HSPV or HSV? I don't know. But it's like 2.5 weeks at this point. Right after, like 2 days after I leave the second time I go to the dermatologist and tell them the viral medication's not working. Anyway, let me grab my next thing. I'm like, this story is so long, I'm forgetting to grab my stuff. My skin looks nice though. We're just going to bronze with a regular Shade and Light bronzer. I'm gonna use this middle one. I'm constantly every night Googling, you know, how to heal cold sores all over the face, cold sores on chin, can cold sores spread, like, and I find that it can spread to, so it's like herpes, okay? It's oral herpes, is cold sores. So if you ever had a cold sore, if you didn't know, if you ever had a cold sore, you have oral herpes. But like everyone does. So I'm just like, okay, it's not like that deep. Like I'll just use my Abreva, my antiviral. They just say to keep using it. And I look up and I look up, you know, I'm down the internet rabbit hole, okay? I find a Reddit article, just, you know, articles talking about how HSPV1 is the oral version. It can spread to your genital region, okay? And then you would have genital herpes type 1. Which is like not very serious. And you have to understand, like, it was oozing. Like I am constantly getting tissues to dab at it all day long. There is no reprieve, okay? At night, I don't sleep because it's constantly like feels like it's dripping, okay? That's how bad it is. I'm sorry, don't be like eating during this video. I should have put a warning up. Oh my God, I need to do my bronzer. So I find these articles and they are all saying, you know, you could easily get genital herpes if you like the liquid like touches anything. So I'm constantly rubbing washing my hands. It's just, I'm losing my mind at this point, like not even joking. So I immediately call a different doctor's office because I'm not going to the dermatologist about this, and I want to get checked out genitally if anything has been going on because I'm just freaking out. Like I'm freaking out. And because I'm just thinking it's everywhere. It's on these tissues. It's like it's leaking. Like I don't know where I've spread it to, if I have. So I go to an OBGYN at a different doctor's office and I walk in and, you know, I've still got some leftover stuff going on, but like nothing serious. At this point, by the time I could get an appointment, it's on its way to healing the second time. But I show her the photos. Like, I've been taking photos the entire time. I show her these photos, and she immediately is like, oh, like, that doesn't look like cold sores to me. It looks like impetigo. So, you can pause, okay? And you can go look up what impetigo looks like. And whatever photos you find, mine was worse, okay? Mine was worse. I actually also could not find a worse version of impetigo. It was, like, close. But mine was like on my lips, upper lip, completely on my chin, okay? So she tells me that. I am gasping for air, relieved, okay? Cannot believe my luck. I'm over the moon that it's something else, okay? And I'm just like, oh, thank God, like she's gonna give me something that will work and I am going to be cured and I won't have to deal with this again. Those dermatologists, and I was furious with the previous dermatologist I had been to. I can't tell you how upset I was. It's the actual skin doctor, okay? The dermatologist is the skin specialist, and this was an impetigo is a skin infection. And the actual skin doctor did not diagnose me correctly and then disregarded my concern that, you know, the medication that they gave me wasn't working, which would then trigger, you would think, them to think, oh, maybe it's something else. Like, it doesn't look like cold sores. It literally doesn't look like cold sores. It looks exactly like impetigo. So I just have to take a breather because this is very frustrating. It's a very frustrating story for me to tell. Because when the medical professionals fail you in the way that they have to me in this like whole ordeal, it's just very hard to take them seriously and trust them when they failed you on every turn. So I'm getting ahead of myself again, but so the OBGYN, remember, tells me it's impetigo, correctly diagnoses me better than the dermatologist does. The OBGYN, that's a vagina doctor, okay? So she gives me a ointment to put on it. And I'm just over the moon. I go pick up the ointment after and I start using it. It clears up in and that's great. I was already on my way to healing when I went to her, so I was just thinking, okay, this ointment's gonna really like get it for me. Like it's going to clear it completely, like faster, and it won't come back. And so I'm using it, it clears up. I've got like it's completely clear for like a day, and I just keep using the gel just to be sure. The next day, I get a couple more blisters. Nothing like serious all over, but like a few, and then it's gross. Like they're like large blisters here, here, here in the corners of my mouth. It's not full coverage, blister like it was before. Just making sure I don't look strange. But, so I start to get a couple more on my mouth and stuff, and I'm using the gel, and I'm just like, it's Friday, and I don't believe that the doctor's office is open on Saturday. I'm gonna use my Ofra palette. The image looks like she has like a orangey blush on. Let me look at the image again. Okay, yeah, definitely orangey peach, which I don't think I have an orange. We're just gonna go in with this like coral and hope that that's like pretty close. Maybe some of this guy. This and the coral, I think that will get me there. A couple more blisters show up. It's Friday. I don't think the doctor's office is open on Saturday, so I go to their urgent care. I make an appointment for Saturday. The next day, I go, and I wake up that morning and I have a rash on both sides of my eyes as well. So I am just back in the trenches, misery business, bitch. Okay, like really going through it, and I am just really suffering. So I go on Saturday and I'm just, I'm telling them, I'm showing them all the pictures. I explain it twice to the nurse and to the doctor. I show them all the photos, tell them the timeline, tell them all of my doctor's visits, my misdiagnosis. They prescribed me I told them that the OBGYN that I went to, oh yeah, this color is like really close. I tell them that the OBGYN that I went to that is with them told me it was impetigo, but the gel that I was using isn't working. It's coming back. It's on my eyes, you can see. And they give me a prescription for an antibiotic, because at this point, I'm honestly just thinking like these doctors aren't helping me. Like they're not giving me the right medications. This is just going through the motions of like coming and going, like it's just healing on its own. It's not anything that they're giving me. But anyway, I take the antibiotics from the urgent care doctor and I start using them. It heals again, but I assume it's just running its natural course because it comes back. So I go to the dermatologist with this doctor, not the dermatologist I went to last time. That's a whole separate practice. I go to this hospital, doctor's office's dermatologist. I make an appointment and I go. And I show them all the pictures. I have tons of pictures now. This is the third time it's come around. Fourth now, actually, because while I was using the stuff, it came back. And came back just a little, like nothing serious. Nothing as serious as like the second time it came back, when I was getting zero help and zero treatment because I was putting Abreva on it. Oh, these clips. Let me fucking adjust these. But aren't these cute though? I got them on Amazon. I'm gonna link them down for you guys because this is like a hair look. Am I wrong? Anyway, it's not as bad this time when I go, because by the time I could get an appointment, they were gonna tell me it was 2 weeks to get an appointment. And I was like, no, I like really need to be seen like today or tomorrow. And they got me an appointment for 2 days out or 3, I couldn't remember, 2 or 3 days out, and I was like, okay, like at least it's this week, like that's fine if it's all you have. And so it's healed by the time I go, okay? So it's like gone. So I show them all the pictures, they take a couple swab tests, I get a call a few days later saying those swab tests came back with nothing. One was an HPSV or whatever, herpes, oral cold sores thing. No indication that I've ever had herpes, okay? Oral herpes, cold sores, no indication. But the other swab comes back negative about like, I don't know, some bacteria, I don't know, but they give me stronger antibiotics when I leave. And I'm taking them, and they gave them for me for 7 days. I'm taking them, they upset my stomach every time I take them, but I'm just like, it's worth it, I don't care, give me, like, I don't care, like, I'll throw up every fucking day if this stuff stops. This is about 3.5 or about, oh, actually, this is about a month and a week when I go to them and I get the stuff. Let me grab my next thing. Okay. God damn it. I gotta do my eyes still. Okay. Brows. Gotta happen right now. Okay. We're gonna do brows. And I'm actually gonna change my shirt because I'm sweating. Excuse me. Change my top. It's pretty cute, right? Yeah. Feeling cute as fuck right now. Okay. Retelling this story is very difficult, but being able to have my makeup on right now is kind of saving the day. Like, I feel really good. Let's get back into discussing my hell trip. Where did I leave off? They gave me stronger antibiotics. I think that's where I left off. I'm taking them. I took them for 7 days. So the day after I went to the doctor, like the actual dermatologist with them, it was my first visit with this dermatologist. And that's when they gave me these stronger antibiotics. I mentioned that like my neck that day had been like really itchy, like this part of my neck. And it felt strange, like it felt like there were bumps forming, but I was just like, maybe it's just anxiety. So, and you know, I have skin issues, like I have very sensitive skin and I've always had like itchy skin. But I mentioned it and they didn't really listen. Like every time I go to the doctor, they like, this particular dermatologist talks over me a little. So it's whatever, but none of my experiences with the doctors were ever pleasant. So I don't know what that says about the medical field, but you can find your own conclusion from that. So I tell her about the rash on my neck, and she's just like, okay, well, I sent you the antibiotics and whatnot and blah, 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 so whatever. So I go pick up the antibiotics the next day because they didn't actually send it in. You know, what's the saying? It's like, misery loves company or something. I am just that bitch's constant +1, okay, at this point. Like, I am Misery's bitch at this point. We are like besties together 24/7. I have a full-blown rash under my neck. I'm just like, okay, the antibiotics, they're gonna help. It's gonna be fine. It's okay. But it's like super itchy, really uncomfortable. They gave me another gel tube, like of this antibiotic gel. And mupirocin is what it's called. They gave me another one. So I'm using it all up on my chin and all up on my mouth, taking the antibiotics. By the 4th day, it's like starting to clear and feel better. And then I got 7 days, right? So I have 3 more days. And I'm taking it, and on the last day, I wake up and I have like sort of a ring of redness around my lip and like a couple red blotches, but no like texture or hives or anything. So I go back, I call again to the dermatologist to get in again because I'm just like, I feel it coming back, I need to be seen ASAP. So I get an appointment for the next day. Lo and behold, there are no blisters, they never came. It wasn't that serious, I guess. And so I go and I'm just like, well, I saw them, and then like I tell her about the rash that formed that was like crazy after the last time I was there. And long story short, so they give me a steroid cream, like a very low, it's like hydrocortisone, like a big tub of it. And she just says to put that on my neck. I also developed, you could still see it actually, it's been like 4 days of me being like completely clear and like better feeling on my skin than I have in any time it's been clear. So I'm in the clear, okay? Like, I'm good. I am good. But I had a small mark right here of like a rash, and I showed her that because that was there when I went like 4 days ago. And whatever, I start using the cream and it's been working, okay? So I'm in the clear, I think, you know? I know, I am in the clear. I don't even want to say that I think, because I am in the clear, because, and you know, that's the end of the story, to be honest. So that's my story, and I'm not done with my makeup yet. But I'm glad I flew through that, you know? You guys don't need all the details because it's just sad. Like, it's just depressing and sad. And y'all don't want to hear that. I had to throw out during this time like a ton of makeup brushes, ton of lipsticks, lip glosses that I think that I used during the time before I knew that I was like sick with this bacteria stuff, because it's like you could get reinfected and shit. Trauma, okay? Seriously. So I completely threw out all my stuff. Using this Laura Mercier to set my under eye a bit more because I see some creasing. And this baby really gets it nice and matte. Ugh, my creases, I forgot how bad. I like have crazy under eye creases. Now, I'm gonna zoom you in. Okay, now that I've got you nice and close, look at my nails. I did these myself. Okay, so what do I do first? Probably the liner, just like dive right in. It's mostly liner. Problem is, this girl has like an eye lift, and I don't know how I'm gonna make it like come out. We're probably gonna have to like adjust this for my eye shape, but I'm confident, okay? I'm confident. I'm gonna use this Cleopatra liner. Boom. First line down. Now let's do the wing and we'll thicken her up later. Oh yeah, we're getting it, we're making it happen. Okay, I'm going to kind of do the rest off camera, I think, and come back. Okay, I'm just hopping back on. I did the kind of regular wing. I think this shape is going super well. I'm gonna keep going, come back and check in, see where we get with this first eye. You know, I think I got it pretty accurate, you know? I'm super happy with how it looks. But right now I'm going to try to find the gold pink reflect shimmer that she has on the inner corner or on the lid. Ooh, yeah, I got it. I got the exact color in this palette. So I'm going to use Honeymoon here and Satin Sheets from this Too Faced Natural Love palette. First, I'm going to lay Honeymoon down. We're going to go in with a dense packing brush for this shimmer, because the finger is not as precise as I need it to be. This look just isn't good for a story time, and I got through like what happened, but I still want to like finish off my thoughts on everything and what my plans are and all that jazz. So I'll come back with my eye makeup all done. Girl, oh my god. Did I like kill this? I think I really killed that. It looks so fucking badass. Oh my god, I can't wait to take Instagram pictures of this. Oh, my first Instagram makeup look in 2 months. Wow. Oh my god, this looks so good. So, oh wait a minute, I didn't do the fucking eyeshadow on this side. Whoops. We're a little rusty, ladies. Leave me alone. Okay, now we're done. Boom. Oh my gosh. I really did that. Like, this actually turned out amazing. Like, oh shit, I got all my lip glosses in my lap right now. These clips are so cute. I'm definitely gonna wear these out. Like, I didn't even really have to, I was gonna do my hair at the end of my makeup, but I don't think I even have to. Anyway, I don't want this to be just obviously me telling you about my woes and, you know, not taking anything other than that sad ass story from this, and obviously this killer makeup look. But yeah, I'm gonna pick out a lip gloss and we're gonna finish our final thoughts. I think these are what we're gonna go for. This is a Sephora just lip tube made in Italy. But anyway, so my final thoughts about this whole ordeal is certainly positive, you know, like even after everything I've been through, the past couple of months. I obviously, like, struggle breeds wisdom. You know, I don't ever believe that stuff happens randomly. I believe that everything happens for a reason. Everything is, you know, supposed to lead you down the path you're supposed to go down. Damn, I don't know why I'm talking while I'm trying to do my eyeliner or my lip liner right now, because that turned out really bad. 1 second. Okay, I got the lip liner on. We're gonna do the Shine Loud, but I don't think anything ever happens for no reason. There's always a reason. It's putting you on your path. You're meant to learn lessons when hard things happen, and you know, that's what I think was the purpose of this whole ordeal. I mean, it was super difficult for me the past 2 months. Probably the lowest I've been in a very long time. You know, just a really dark place, to be honest. And I always want to take the positive out of every situation, and I feel like this situation has just, you know, the whole skin medical ordeal that I've been through, I think has taught me that, you know, this, doing like my makeup and like just like sitting down and trying things and doing YouTube and not being scared to post on like my Instagram about like my makeup stuff. Just like these things that I've just had a lot of time to think about when I haven't been able to actually been doing them. And just that, like, that fire in me that just like wants to create stuff and like spend my time doing makeup and like hair and beauty and skincare and just like things that I love to do. The fire in me that just, I feel it so much, and I feel that I just am rearing to go and like ready to do it, and I'm not scared of what people think anymore, just because like this whole time that I've been dealing with all of this and not being able to like do the things that I love like in any capacity has just shown me how much I need this, like how much I need to do the things that make me feel like me. I am not going to allow fear to control my life anymore, just because, well, I've been going through this. Like, I've just been constantly thinking, when I get healed, like, I'm going to come in hard. I'm going to do all my videos. I'm not gonna, you know, be scared to post on my Instagram about my makeup looks, even though my Instagram has always just been like my Instagram. Like, people who follow me don't know that I do this because I don't post about it. And I just don't want to live a life that I don't feel myself in, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like everything I've ever put my mind to, I have gotten. Like, every single thing I have put my mind to and worked for has been mine. I've like attained it. So it's just like, I'm done just sitting around and like being scared and like being like, oh yeah, I'm gonna film this, and I film it and I post it and I post a little something on my Instagram. Like, no, I'm going to just really dive into my dream. I'm no longer going to be a bystander in my own life. I'm not going to just sit around and let things happen to me. I'm going to make things happen for me, because no one else is. Like, no one else is going to give me what I want except for me. And I hope, you know, this story and my ramblings at the end here can inspire anybody who watches this to just not be idle, you know? Like, don't just let life happen to you. Like, you are the writer to your own story, and you can make anything you put your mind to happen. I am 100% a believer in that. Also, I did like a, YouTube has this thing where you like can do tarot card readings for like certain stuff, and it can pull your like soul card, and my soul card was the Magician. And if you know anything about tarot, that the Magician is like manifestation, like just the magic of turning something from the non-physical realm to the physical realm, like that magic that makes that transition happen. Like, that's my soul card. Like, and I resonated with that so much, because I do believe, like, I am a Scorpio, okay? and transformation is my nation, baby. Transformation is my thing, and you know, we got magic up in these fingers, girl. So I'm sorry that like this has turned into some sort of motivational speech or whatever, but I am just so passionate about making my dreams happen and you know, like dealing with this like health stuff, being kept from the things that fuel me, the things that make me happy, has just shown me how much I want those things to be a larger part of my life, and how I don't want it to just be my hobby that I do in my free time. I just don't want that life for myself, and I won't accept a life I don't deserve. And that is a quote from this crazy movie called X. Yeah, it's called X. It was really scary and really good, but I will not accept a life I do not deserve. That is the motto of life, and I just feel like all of these signs, like my tarot card pull for my soul card was the Magician, the Manifester, like that quote in that movie that I just watched, like resonating with me so hard. Like that quote being in that movie after the card pull, it's just like, I know what I'm supposed to do and I just need to do it, and I don't know, even if it fails, I don't care. Like, I'm going to try my hardest, and I believe if you try your hardest at something, it will be yours, and that's all there is to it. Anyway, I've rambled on for so long. My god, I'm sure you're sick to death of me. I'm just gonna add this like peach lip oil because I'm scared. I don't remember if I used this or not recently. I have to throw out like anything I feel sus about because I won't deal with that again. Okay, so that one's gone. Okay, we're gonna use this Ulta peach one. All right, well, that is the finished look. I'm sorry I went on such a ramble for so long, like preacher type energy out here, but that is just how I'm feeling, and I hope that anybody that watches this or is watching this, you know, if you feel the same, if you needed a sign, this is your sign. Like, put 100% into whatever you want because you can make it happen. But seriously, anything you try to do, you can do. You are the captain of your ship, the writer of your story, the director to your movie, you know? So, well, anyway, thank you for watching to the end if you did. This is probably the most vulnerable and real I've been in a video so far, and it feels really good. I just feel really great about getting back into YouTube and being on camera and not giving a fuck, whatever that was, not giving a frick what anyone thinks. Like, I just don't care. If you want to leave a comment and comment on anything that I've talked about or what you think about my makeup look, positive energy only, okay? If I get bad vibes on a comment, I'm just gonna block you right away. I ain't got time for that, you know? Like, I'm stepping too fast to be dealing with that. So, not that I think anyone would leave a comment that is bad that is watching this, but you know how the internet is. You should subscribe and comment if you watched all the way to the end, because that would mean a lot. This is like probably my favorite video I've made, even though I feel like I didn't really show how the eyes did. It was just really difficult to do, but I'm gonna get better at that. But yeah, I have a ton of videos to film and so many products to try, skincare routine, bruh, my skin, I can't even get into it. That's a whole different video, but I just have so much content and I can't wait to put it out and just get back into making videos and doing the things I love. If you want to follow me on my Instagram, please feel free to do so. And if you see this makeup look that I'm going to definitely be posting on my Instagram, leave a comment. If you are on YouTube and then you found me on Instagram and see that picture, leave a comment. Because I would love to build a little community of just positive vibe, free thinkers who follow their passions and encourage everyone else to follow their passions. The positive energy is just seeping from my pores. But I really hope that you enjoyed watching this, and please leave a like, a comment, a subscribe, all of the things, hit the bell, I don't know, do all the things. It would really help me out. I do know that those are the things that YouTube likes to push creators somehow, but I don't know how, so I gotta look into that. But I'm gonna figure it all out as we go. And I love you, and I can't wait to share all of my new content with you. Bye. Coming very, very soon. This hand's the cute one, my righty. Or no, righty is bad, lefty is good. Anyway. Wow, so we're gonna do the eyes now. And, you know, do I map it out with eyeshadow first? Nah. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Can you tell Naruto and Mob from Mob Psycho 100 are like my favorite anime characters? I don't know if you could tell. And I just hope that you join me along on the fun ride to making my dreams come true. Gosh, I'm not gonna be able to use any of this in the fucking video.